Well, I think we are ready to jump right in then. Short recap for a flashback session. You guys have just landed down on Dominica Point on Ka, the planet Ka, and had yourselves some fresh, very fresh fish meals, and some of it even still alive as you were eating it. Um, but your mission is out there. It awaits you somewhere in Dominica Point, at least to start. And we'll actually start this right in as you guys are finishing up that meal and taking a look around at the blue sky above you. Um, you've been told that Ka days are a bit longer than Earth days, so you've got a lot of daylight left. And I'll get us some music going to start us off. Mood.
So we have. One sec, there we go. Is that better?
Yes, better. Thank you.
So we've got who with it at this point?
You didn't bring any of the. Well, you brought Tally down with you, but she didn't stay. You brought Tally off the ship with you, but she didn't stay. She got kind of shanghaied by family over to on Everest Station. She did get you down to the planet, um, and right now it's just you. You can use Tulair as in minor capacities. And if he ends up in a major capacity, like in actual combat or something, then I'll probably just have one of you guys run him.
And we know. So one sec. How far away is the recording we receive compared to where we're at currently?
So you're,
Like,
yeah, the recording was from Dominica Point. Um, it was sent from somewhere in the city, and um, you were giving, given the name uh, Makoro Waka and Peora Keratin. I am absolutely not pronouncing those right, but those are now the pronunciation.
yes. And we've got names. Did they give us like a hey, meet us here or anything like that?
Um,
I'm reading the message and I don't see anything.
no, they didn't. Um, there are only a couple of hotels in Dominica Point. They're big, and by a couple I mean like up to 5.
Okay.
So I should use a few instead of the XKCD standardization.
Well, so we know who we need to meet. We want to go to the hotels, see if they can give us any information of, where these people are at, or does anyone have any better ideas? Because at this point, I think we just need to find these people, find out what else they saw and experienced, and then Get them to guide us to where they saw, well, what was in the video. Then once we're all prepared and we know the location, we can bring the gear and, get ready for a nice little dive.
Oh boy, a dive.
Yeah, you're looking forward to it, right?
Oh sure, how couldn't I?
I mean, it's just, the vast depths of,
Oh yeah.
it's not like, one of the skeletons that just reach up, grab your ankle, and pull you down to join the rest of them.
Well, see, no, that part's fine.
What, of you getting pulled down?
Well, it's like, well, I can shoot that problem. Don't worry about it.
Right, right.
But yeah, I don't have any better ideas.
I don't really think there are any. We kind of have to talk to these people.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can go and find them then. In which case, let's have a look around.
Okay. Dominican Point is once you've gotten out of the touristy area, it starts looking more like a city packed too full of people, with uh, the standard low-income tenement housing, and at the low side, and you can see that the very slight tilt of the pillar city, the top of the pillar, um, has created a natural. Here's where the rich and influential people live. Get out your scale if you can't tell it's just from looking at it. Not scale, your level, and whichever direction the incline is going up, that's where the fancier people live. Um, and by fancier, we're talking low income fancier. The actual rich people live on Everest Station as part of the rich elite. Um, and so, in looking around for hotels or places where tourists and adventure groups might stay, you find that there are two of them right down here near um the the tourist area, I guess. Um, right near where ships come and go or cargo lighters land and lift off. There's one higher up for the wealthier guests that come, very much smaller, and a fourth somewhere in the middle. The two down here tend to be or seem to be of the very small space, very high capacity.
Well, I guess we become tourists then. Yeah. Going by logical here, which hotel is closest to where the reported sighting is?
Closest to where the what is?
It's like which hotel would be like proximity wise closest to where like the video came from, like the spotting. Ooh, I want to head to that one essentially.
Um, we'll say that sorry, words are not working for me this morning. Um, yeah, Carp Hotel.
Okay, okay.
The Carp Hotel seems the nearest to all of the various there are a lot of the various sea-doo and ship rental places.
In which case, so if it were me, and I were going diving, that'd be the one I'd go to, because you don't want to be lugging your stuff halfway across the city.
That makes sense.
All right, let's head there then. See what the situation is. Head on over to the Carp Hotel, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
The five of you walk along the streets, and you're having wares hawked at you, verbally, not physically, as you continue along. Those calls out for traditional Ka artifacts and cultural. That's what I'm looking for. For traditional cultural artifacts and fresh fish and live eel are fading into the background as you hear a new type of clamor, that of machinery. Um, there's a significant amount of equipment required to get various ships up and down uh, the pillar. Um, they come up for repairs if repairs can't be made down in the water. And there's no other way to do that except for with fairly advanced cranes or extensive cranes. And so instead of hearing the nice distant lapping of waves or the sea at distance, your ears start ringing with the cranking of gears and chains. Passing by that, you finally get to the Carp Hotel, and that machinery is still in the background. It's definitely a detraction from the living quality at this hotel. But the doors are open, and there is a statue of a carp out in front.
How clever of them.
Huh.
Right?
I wonder if there's going to be like a bream one, a tuna one, a salmon one.
So I have to ask, the hotel's named after a freshwater fish on an ocean planet?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's luxurious, that's why.
Let's go with that.
Fast.
Sounds good.
They have
I mean,
ocean
yeah.
carp on Ka.
Oh, ocean carp. Well, I mean, no.
Well, the true story is that carp were brought over expecting somewhere to put them, and finding nowhere to put the carp. Well, they just had to put them in the ocean. They had too many of them. Most of them died, of course, but some survived. And now, hundreds of years later, don't worry if your carp has 3 eyes. It's okay.
All the best carp have 3 eyes.
That's actually more confusing than the freshwater detail.
Is it the? I mean, yeah. Why would
Yeah.
the saltwater
Yeah.
cause them to develop a 3rd eye?
Where would you get a third eye? Right. But these are deep mysteries that are not worthy of our consideration right now.
Yeah, let's go investigate the aliens.
Okay. Seems
Nice
legit.
segue.
Oh. You want to book in, or do you just want to ask, see if they've booked in?
Let's start by finding these people.
So, ask around then.
Okay.
So, Marcus will walk up to the front desk.
Hmm?
Oh, rings the bell.
excuse me. Yeah, the bell dings and a man who hasn't bothered to put on a shirt, but is wearing canvas shorts, thankfully, wanders out from behind some bamboo screens there, and smiles bigly in greeting. He initially greets you in Islandese, but almost as if practiced routine, immediately says the same thing in Spacer. Welcomes you to the Carp Hotel, where all of your tourist desires and adventurous interests are just a block away. That is his biggest selling point.
And I respond back in Islandese. Yeah, looking for, I think, 3 rooms, and also hopefully to find where our buddies are. We're meant to be meeting them nearby, but we're just not sure where they're staying. You wouldn't have had someone, Makoro check in recently, have you?
Sorry, I keep needing to mute myself to cough a little bit, so I am going to have persistent pauses throughout the day, I imagine.
Okay.
He brightens a little bit, so says, "Oh yeah, Corey and Perry. I haven't seen him as much." And he is responding in Islandese.
Yeah, you wouldn't happen to know where they are, would you? They're meant to be taking us out somewhere. I don't know. Trying to figure out, one, get accommodation sorted, and 2, meet up with them.
Well, sure, but well, I probably can't just tell you, can I?
You can't? No.
And, he kind of slides a hand forward on the desk, turns his palm up just a little bit.
Sign for money.
Oh, I know. Marcus is just staring at him for a second. Oh, this is the part where you want money. Okay.
Well,
Max will put 5 credits down.
oh, thanks for the donation. Much obliged. Yeah, I think Perry's here right now. Corey's out.
Alright. Oh, yeah. Do the rooms here come with breakfast?
He goes into what is perhaps his second best selling point, that of live fish, actual live eel, for breakfast in the morning, garnished with cornflakes. It's probably the first or second best selling point of all the hotels here, so it's not special, but he sure is selling it.
I was gonna let him give away his spiel for a bit. Nod along, just like, yeah. Oh, really? Oh. Once it gets to the end. So, how much is it gonna cost us for the breakfast?
Well, breakfast comes with rooms.
Oh, good.
Just
yeah.
6 credits each, discounted for you folks.
6 credits? Come on, make it 5. It's a nice round number for me.
Uh, roll me a talk charisma. This is what we've come to. We're rolling talk charisma to save 3 credits.
I don't know what's going on.
No, look, see, Max is saying this, but he's gonna give the 6 credits anyway. He's giving the money anyway, just wants to see if he'll come down.
He does. He hesitates, but looks over the lot of you and decides that Marcus can kind of see this thought process going. You're probably good for more if he just lets this one go, and so he does. 5 credits each.
Oh, all
Each
right.
room.
Well, throw in a, free credit tip for yourself.
Aha. And
So yeah, Max will just pay his 18 credits.
you're a bad person, Ben.
Me. Unless he's the owner, he's happier. I've where the money's got in his pocket.
Okay. He gives you keys to 3 rooms. They're physical keys attached to a little plastic carved carp.
Well, between you guys, you can figure out who's doubling up. Well, who's staying with who? I've got my own. Max is gonna hand
Wait,
over.
were we trying to arrange
keys.
rooms?
Well, I figured it'd be nice to have rooms here. Save us hiking all the way back and forth. And also, if they're staying here, we might as well be nearby. Forward operating base, all that shenanigans.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, Max is gonna go to the room and check out what it's like.
Okay. The rooms aren't particularly special. They are very small. You've got a bed, a bedside table. It's not really even worth being called a table. A bedside nightstand, and a desk that is just far enough away from the bed that it's uncomfortable, or it would be uncomfortable sitting on the bed to use it, but close enough to the bed that you can't actually get a chair in and out under the desk. A chair is provided sitting next to the table, and could perhaps be sat sideways to get to that to face the desk. It's a very small room.
So not doubling up in this room.
That's all the rooms. They're all small rooms.
Great.
The bed is technically big enough to accommodate 2 people, but only by dimension, not by comfort.
Well, these are certainly cozy. Cozy.
Marcus
that was
is
me. Misclick.
Somewhat of a premium here.
Hey, I'm glad I'm not the one doubling up. So, well, with accommodation sorted, let's see if we can find out where the hell the others are. What nickname did he give him? Corey and... What
And
did he say?
Perry.
Harry, that was it. Oh,
yeah. Which of you would have a good sense of not car culture? No, which of you has that? But of coast culture.
Well, oh,
Nope.
I was about to say Charlie. I was like, oh right.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, Corey and Perry just seem like, nicknames. They kind of are part of the names that you got on the recording. How do you want to go about trying to find them?
I mean, go to the front desk. See if he, cause he said one of them was Perry was in the hotel or nearby.
Mm-hmm.
See if he can give us a heads up as to where. Would that be in their room, or oh yeah, they're just in the lounge, or oh yeah, they're just eating?
I'm sorry, I got distracted for like half a second there. That sounded more like a stream of consciousness thought process than a plan. Did I miss something?
No, it's definitely a plan.
Okay.
It's to go to the front desk to find out if they're, because he said Perry was in the hotel or
Mhm.
nearby. See if they're still in the hotel, whether that be in their room, or in eating, or in the lounge, or elsewhere, or nearby.
Okay.
So to the front desk we go. Well, is where Marcus goes.
So the front desk attendant, whose name you learn is Jared,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know where Perry is right now. He just remembers that Perry was down for lunch earlier. And by earlier, he means some 3 hours ago, but hasn't seen him since then. There are other exits from the hotel, and so if he's decided to leave through one of those, then Perry wouldn't know. Or not Perry, Jared wouldn't know.
Alright, that's no worries. Do they usually like hang around the dock area, or do they like, frequent somewhere nearby?
Oh, the two of them are frequently in and out for long stretches. They seem like they know what they're doing and just get some boats and go out on the water and stay there.
Alright.
You might try
Oh.
checking with the boatyard.
Yeah, I figure that's the next course of action. I appreciate your help, Jared.
Yeah.
In which case, Max is going to turn around. So, you ready to go hunting on boats? I'll take that silence as a yes.
Absolutely.
As we're
Suppose
going to
in this
get.
instance, we're hunting people, though. Albeit that sounds a bit more, terrible.
Oh,
People.
are you guys still within earshot of Jared?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
Marcus was walking away and just making casual conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. So, going to head on down to the hustle and bustle of the machinery.
All right. As you are going, why don't two of you, I don't care which, make me a notice wisdom check.
Wow, Archibald.
I'm a 0. I say Oogie. I'm nominating Oogie. There you go. Oogie can't roll.
Oogie can't roll now.
Well, you can't say no to the request, so I nominate Oogie.
That's not as strong suit. Why don't we have an active player do the roll?
Anyone better than 0? If not, I'll just roll.
On it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then the music starts back up.
Oh, I
You'll
just
notice that the music stopped for a bit.
it went back up because I turned the volume down.
That looks promising.
That does look promising. All right, who wants to play Oogie?
Well, see, now it's suspicious.
I will perhaps dispel that suspicion by simply saying, I don't want to be checking his sheet to see if he's good at skills.
Okay, just for numbers wise.
Yeah,
I mean, I
and in
can
case
always,
something comes up, you know.
I
In case
can
he
always
gets
roll
shanked.
for him. I'm not gonna role play as him, but
You'll click buttons.
All right,
I can click buttons on his behalf.
and I believe you should all have access to each other's sheets, right?
No.
Oh, nope,
No.
cannot. All right, Archibald,
Keep
you
all my
have been given
secrets.
access.
So I have. Well,
Well,
several 20 things. It's
yeah, okay.
spinning its wheels. There we go. Now I have it.
Those are promising rolls. Archibald and Isya, in their own ways, notice some people who look out of place. And I'm not gonna try and skirt around the issue here because you're both very skilled at what you do. Archibald, these look like agents of some kind. The whole Men in Black on the street corner, trying to look incognito.
Yeah.
They're not doing a
So
bad job of it, but something
they're
stands
not
out to
doing a
you.
good enough job.
Sorry, I ran right over you. What you said?
No, that's fine. I was just saying, but they're not doing a good enough job of it.
Yeah, they definitely would pass inspection from casual person, perhaps even the police. If they were walking through here, and Dominic Point does have its own police force. You just haven't seen them.
Now, do they look like they're foreign operatives, or like local?
They don't look local.
Okay.
Izya, if you want to, or if you want Izya to basically take that role, win that role instead of passing it off to somebody else's notice or observation.
Sure.
Um, then hmm. I may have put myself in a position I don't want to be in. Normally you can't just, without committing effort, you can't reach out to a mind and tell, oh, okay, that's a human, or that's not a human. Um, Something seemed off enough to you with these guys that it, pardon me, um, that it registers with Izya. Um, some of them are androids.
So that sounds like probably Spectre Star. If I'm going to be making assumptions, which I will be.
I mean, especially seeing as what they're the one who quote unquote
Wow.
ignored the initial message, but we're probably sending the wrong guys without alerting.
It appears that they are keeping tabs on us, or they're not, or they
Nope.
kind of in general.
They don't seem to have noticed you. What you see are people who are lookouts. These are the people that you leave outside of an active operation to make sure that no trouble arrives. They're
In that
outside
case-
Cape Hotel or Carp Hotel.
Oh, Carp Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
The one that we basically have just left.
Yep.
Did we? see anyone else that? What would be going on at Harpel Delta?
Good question.
Are they there to steal the carp?
Probably not.
Well, we don't know.
It
We
just
didn't
doesn't
pass
seem all
anybody
that
on our
likely.
way out, did we?
What was that, Knox?
Did we pass anybody on our way out?
Um, well, in what sense? There's still people all around. People do go in and out of the hotel, even as you're talking to Jared.
Okay, so that's not even an avenue. Were they here when we came in, these lookout people? If we can recall.
You're not certain, although I would be willing to let someone try and make a quick memory check of the scenery of this hotel before you walked in.
What does a memory check look like?
Um, I'd pretty much let you choose a skill. Whatever you think is relevant to that kind of recollection. It is going to have to include intelligence.
Yeah. They're gonna say notice intelligence or knowledge
said-
intelligence.
Some of them are
Go ahead.
androids, right?
Yeah, at least one of them are androids.
Which means at least one isn't?
At least, that's correct.
Okay. I think I'd like to make a telepathy intelligence roll to know if they were here before by figuring out whether the ones whose minds I can read are feeling impatient.
Okay. That works for me. You good with leaving that to Izzy there, Nox?
Yep.
Go ahead and roll your telepathy intelligence.
So what do we think?
So, not so much impatience, but there are the other one that was cited out as being, hey, this person is waiting on an active operation, does have a rigid sense of timing and just kind of outlook. It seems from a simple skim of their present state that yeah, they have probably been here for at least as long as you guys have. Probably well, they have been here for at least as long as you have. Probably longer. Sorry, I danced around that. To directly answer the question, yes, they were here before you came in.
Okay, so they're probably not waiting for us. They're waiting for something.
And something presumably that's ongoing.
Seems like a safe bet.
Something that's still inside the hotel if they're waiting outside of his lookouts.
I mean,
Odds are.
how? Max is gonna tend to is yeah. So, how many robots can you like figure out?
What?
How many robots can you figure out are there? Like, is it just one person control, like, who's in control of a bunch of them? Or is it just one robot there and a bunch of people?
Oh, robot.
Yeah.
I heard rowboat.
I don't know. What I know is I can't make contact with some of them, which means that they aren't human.
Okay. Well, if stuff goes wrong, I'll scrap those ones, no problem. But yeah, let's just So well, then they must be waiting
Well,
for the
if they're,
people we're waiting for.
if they're androids, you probably can't scrap them that easily.
Unless they're VI, I can.
I think that's the point. If they're androids, they're at least VI.
Yeah, almost all of the androids in my system here are VI.
Okay. I can still
Or
mess
greater.
them up there.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we could probably, but we don't really want to get into a gunfight in the middle of town, right?
Oh, I know, it's just in case, like I said, shit goes bad.
Well, especially without knowing why we're doing it.
Yeah.
That's why I
There are
said
gotta
shit
suspicious
goes
guys
bad.
here. Obviously, we should immediately just take them apart. That's definitely the way to go.
That's why I said if shit goes bad.
I'm sure it won't, right?
It's
No.
probably going to be fine. I don't know what there could be to worry about with a bunch of robots hanging around outside the Carp Hotel.
There's a trend in tabletop gaming for more of a Care Bears like atmosphere, and I think I'm going to embrace that. So no, you don't need to take them apart. You'll be able to settle all your differences with love and friendly words.
Well, you heard the DM, y'all.
Yeah, but
Should
I
go
also
ahead
had
and-
him say, there's going to be more combat, and then more combat.
Well, I mean, there is. It's going to be verbal combat.
Yeah, social
Ah,
combat
okay.
system.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm just calling my targets beforehand.
Nah, it makes sense, and I am glad you brought it up so that because that is something that we haven't encountered with you as a telekinetic. That yeah, androids in my sector are VI. It puts them in the unique position of they're immune to telepathy. They can't be healed by bioscientics, but they also can't be scrapped by telekinetics.
Well, not as easily, but yeah.
Yeah,
just pick 'em
you
up and
basically
drop 'em.
have
Just
to
the
use the
old-fashioned
telekinetic
way.
armory.
Yeah, okay.
That sounds like all downside to me. I don't know why.
Well, it depends on who you are. I mean, if you're that VI, some of those are upsides.
Yes.
Or if you buy a VI, those are upsides. Albeit very rarely going to come up.
Being immune to somebody's reflex response or suppressed cognition, upside.
Yeah, so what's the plan of action here? Because we can't really, without knowing who they're here with, just go asking out in the open about the people we're looking for, because they're most probably going to be doing the same right now.
I'm just trying to think about what operation be going on in the dang hotel.
I mean,
That's
why
gonna
do you think
bother
I
me.
chose the hotel? It's the closest place. Probably the same reason they have.
Yeah, but
Rather
it's
than
just,
trucking halfway across the city.
but if they're doing lookouts, I'm just sitting here thinking it's like there's something going on in the hotel itself.
Yeah, but we also know why they're in the hotel. It's because one of the others is in the hotel.
I don't
Let me
suppose they're
check.
thinking about what they're waiting for at the moment, are they? That would be too convenient, I'm sure.
It is not at the forefront of their thought in any usable form. Basically, what Izzy gets is they're just kind of counting down the operation and citing different people that they see come in.
Cool.
And leave. They are also kind of mentally cataloging the people that leave. So I guess actually that's I take that back. That is useful information for you. It's a fair assumption that as you guys came in and left, that they cataloged you
And
in
now we're standing
their
here
stick.
looking at them funny.
I assume you guys kept moving and have yeah.
And now we've kind of gone around a quarter, and now kind of like sitting here thinking, it's like, what the heck are they doing?
Nah, just stood still, pointing our fingers at them, and like keep looking at them. Like, see these guys?
Just start laughing at them.
But yeah, it's like so. Why not just head on down, see what the hell happens? Because otherwise we're going to be standing here you know.
We need to find this guy and find out where we need to sail to. Whatever they're waiting at the hotel for can wait.
Yeah. Well, and now we probably know there's likely
Yeah.
someone else interested.
It may not even be our problem, but, it's not how my luck runs.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're here for an entirely different mission or issue.
kidding.
That's
Their
being
mission
hopeful.
is
Yeah, I know.
Look, plan for the worst, hope for the best. That's all we can do.
alternate take. Maybe their mission is related to ours because it is this guy and he's right here and they're interrogating him somewhere. But
Yeah,
it's a shot in the dark.
maybe they're just torturing him in a room in the Carp Hotel.
I mean, that'd be pretty funny, not gonna lie.
If there's a room to torture someone in, it'll be at the Carp Motel.
But it's one of them. You'd think they'd take a more subtle, one guy in the foyer, one guy there's a couple of the exits, rather than just stood outside. But hey, wanna just head down to the boats?
Yeah, and they keep
Sure
an eye
enough.
out for more of them.
You'd think they'd know better than to wear suits around here. Nobody wears suits around here.
I know. Just gets all damp and then having to get it cleaned constantly.
They are
Gosh,
wearing
All the
suits.
sea air.
Wait,
They're
wait,
fitting
hold
in.
on. But are we wearing our uniforms?
Absolutely, we are.
Are you?
Apparently that was
our
mandatory,
purple
so
one.
yes.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not mandatory on missions.
Oh,
Well, we
I'm
didn't
proud
get
of my
that.
purple one.
Apparently none of us read the memo, so here we are in our nice black and purple uniforms.
Okay, that's good information for the GM to know.
Being very subtle.
Yeah. So to clarify mental images, the lookouts that you caught out, they're not wearing suits. They actually look like they fit in with the local tourists here.
Except for the bits that cause them not to fit in.
Yeah,
So we can,
those very subtle reveals to a trained bounty hunter and a psychic who can walk past an android and, occasionally when the GM is dropping clues, say, there's a certain lack of telepathy in this area.
Yeah.
You said they were giving a countdown to the mission. What is that countdown?
I may have relayed that poorly. They're basically just kind of keeping an internal clock of a mission timer. They're not. It's not so much a countdown. They're not going, from 57 to 56, 55. They're just counting time, so to speak. And I may still
Okay.
be portraying that poorly, but I'm okay with that because it was a mental impression that Izzy got from a level 0 contact. So it's not meant to be terribly informative. So it sounds like you guys are wanting to leave these guys here and head over to the boat rentals.
It seems like a better approach, yes.
Let's go hire a boat.
Okay. You head on back to the sound of chains clanking. Just in time for the clanking to stop and the groan of wood and boats being set down into dry docks for dry repairs splits through the air, and all kinds of unhappy wood. And then for a few moments, kind of a peaceful silence. You can actually hear the seashore, not seashore. You can actually hear the sea and the birds calling out beyond for a few moments.
Without all the industrial noise.
Yeah, and then some of it comes back. Not as loud as before. There's no heavy chains clanking through pulleys, but the crane is resetting itself to lift a boat up from the sea again if another one comes in. And there are about a dozen shops arrayed in a line. Yeah, some of them are just repair shops. You wouldn't be able to rent anything from them. Um, there's a couple that are just bait and tackle, fishing stuff, and about three that exclusively handle boat rentals here. You can walk right on
Tally.
up to one of them.
Did Telly offer any suggestions?
I don't
Well,
think she's
apart
here.
from just asking, you know, if what Perry or Kerry or what did you say what the other one was?
Or your Perry.
Harry.
As in Perry Mason. Let's see. Hello?
Yeah, one second, I'm rereading the message.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm gonna feed these cats so they don't eat me.
But they've got an hour left before it's food time.
No, their food time's anywhere between now and an hour.
Fair enough.
They've got an hour window, and I'm just gonna get it done with early.
So wait, Perry got abducted, came back, and now he's a bit different. So maybe we don't try and find Perry right now until we have a better picture. Yeah, I mean,
We have no picture. We need to do something. We may as well keep looking for this fella. Let's do that.
yeah, but it's more of a case of as soon as Perry's aware of us, and if they're working with the others, you know, then they're going to know what's up and why we're here. But yeah,
And?
can do. It just gives us time.
I'm confused. Like, honestly, what other options do we have? Like,
Trying to-
actually? I'm not
trying
even
to
being
find the
sarcastic. I
other-
can't think of any.
Trying to find the other person for a little bit to see if, you know, they can give us an idea of what changed with Perry. 'Cause
Except we have
they've
absolutely no idea where this other guy is. We would literally be guessing.
Well, we can
In a
always
place
ask
none of us has
around.
been that we remember.
Depends on if you mind asking around, right? I
Sure.
mean, Archibald is good at asking around after people.
and so is Marcus.
Do you want to put that bit of bounty hunting experience to use there, Miyakin?
Figure we might as well. So we know where Perry is, right?
Yeah, we have an idea. Like they're probably out on
Okay.
a boat somewhere. It's just the other person I'm interested in at this point.
Okay, and we
Just very
basically
light
want to we
BD.
basically want to get an idea of how Perry changed before we meet Perry, right?
Yes. So obviously,
makes sense.
if Perry's changed since being abducted, and now I don't want to.
Just
I almost
you
said
know,
I almost said the shortened of Spectrum Star. If they're about, we don't know if they're working together. So obviously, because they're at the hotel right now. So yeah, I'd rather find the other person and figure out what the sitch is.
I think that's worth bounty hunting for.
Okay. So the other person being Corey, you want to go ahead and put the bounty hunter focus up in the chat if you would, just to make it easy for me to see it. Oh, I guess I could just look at your sheet, huh?
You could.
Yeah, but this is easier, making you do the work for me. Alright, and did you have one or two?
2. Yeah, level
Okay.
2.
Okay, just curious. Right, there was the limit on it, so this would be game day. Yeah, not per session, per game day.
Yeah.
And also you have accurate, detailed enough information. In context, someone from Coast named Corey, who's been in and out and has an associate named Perry, is accurate and detailed. You're in a tourist place, and that stands out. It might not be enough on Coast, but here it is. And so, if you don't mind us fast tracking that just a little bit, I know Orlinks does, or just not. A little bit of asking around with inconspicuous questions that wouldn't, in a manner that wouldn't tip off someone that you're asking about them.
Looking like a tourist.
Hmm?
Just looking like a tourist.
Yeah.
We heard these are good divers.
Exactly. Does lead you to the conclusion that Corey is has rented a vehicle. They have rented, what were they? A wakefin, which is just a small powered boat, a 3-seater. And they went out with some fishing supplies about a week ago. Now, some additional information in all of this is that they arrived with Perry. The people that Archibald ends up talking to, and that I don't want to put effort in Izzy's mouth, so we'll just leave that. The people that Archibald ends up talking to and that you guys end up interacting with. Remember Corey and Perry when they arrived, very, very bright-eyed, and they also remember them making a bit of a spectacle with hang on real quick, let me double check my notes. Okay. Yeah, they also made a little bit of a local spectacle. Perry mostly, saying that they had found something on the seafloor. They were kind of laughed off as tourists, and Olive Ka knows that the seafloor is just home for fish and coral and crabs and clams. There's no brickwork down there. A little bit after that, they seemed to change. Corey seeming more focused, and Perry more despondent. Apparently the abduction includer noted in the message received wasn't a very long abduction, because Perry was seen or has been seen around locally. Anything you want clarified or any questions that I didn't touch on?
So they were both changed.
They both ended up changed.
But now they're on basically different boats, as far as we're aware. Or are they on the same boat?
You didn't get much information about Perry. It's only Corey that went out.
No, but we thought Perry was out on a boat.
You thought
People
Perry
were
was on a boat.
confirming that Corey was solo? Is what you're
Yes, you
telling
can
us?
confirm that Corey was solo.
Okay.
How do we get like a rough idea of like how long Harry was gone for? Because you said not a long time, but what is that like roughly?
That's gonna be
Sometime within
much.
the last 3 hours, I think, according to the guy at the inn. No?
Oh yeah, the last time that Perry was seen by someone that you've talked to was about 3 hours ago, having lunch at the Carp Hotel.
How long was Perry gone for roughly? Do we know?
You mean previously?
Yes. Like, were they
Um,
gone for like a day, a week? Obviously, the locals would know if it was like more than a couple of days if they're out there
uh,
daily.
they would, and yes, you do get a sense of that. It's not terribly helpful because prior to their find, they were already going out for days at a time. Um, And so, Perry and Corey would go out together. They'd be gone for a few days. They'd come back. They'd go out together. They'd be gone for a few days. They'd come back. Um, and then they would spend a few days on the point. And after that, well, only Corey was going out. I guess that is more information.
So, at what? So, how many times has Corey gone out on their own? And I'm guessing they're currently out on their own based off conversations we've had.
Yeah, they're currently out on their own. They've been out for a few days. You can narrow that down to about 5 days. And
And is this the first trip they're making on their own, or is it like a couple in?
no, this is a few in.
Okay, okay. Yeah, they've turned away from Perry. They're not trusting Perry at this point. Because you don't just go from being best working buddies to like, no, I'm not going to sit on a boat with you. So yeah, okay. During this asking around, do we get a general sense of like where they frequent, such as like if they were, let's say, casually talking to someone like, oh, I was saw some so and so up at so and so today, or the last couple of days. Do we get a general idea of where they tend to frequent?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable to include in Archibald's quick bounty hunting there. Yeah, you compile a small list of Corey's favorite restaurants and um, places that Corey goes to for bait, tackle, fishing supplies. And you've also identified, which rental shop Corey uses.
Right. So I think at this point we might be best going to go to the rental shop because I believe, based on what we've heard, they're still out on the boat. So if we go there, I'm wondering if we can potentially either persuade our way into figuring out where they are, or if it's a rental place, seeing if they've got, a tracker on the boat and then seeing where that shows up at. And then obviously, if we find out that the boat they usually hire is in, then we know there might be somewhere out in the city and we can just visit nearby. Based on what was said, they've been out for getting up to a week now. Well, close to a week. Anyone object to heading down to the rental place and trying to pursue this lead rather than the Perry lead? I'll take your silence as a no.
Yeah. Yeah. Resounding silence.
I think this is it's the music. It's putting people to sleep. That's what it is.
It is. This is the type of stuff I
Soothing.
fall asleep to.
What relaxing ocean sounds.
Actually, I used to do that as a kid.
Actually, I haven't listened to. So I actually listen to like India.
Yep. Basically, relaxing ocean sounds in musical instrument form.
Yeah.
With some vocals. Okay, so the one proposed plan sounds like going to the place where Corey rents her boats and trying to find out if there's a way of getting more specific information.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Seeing if they can just let us know, or if we need to try and use other means.
All right. Let me pull up a disposition die. You walk on over there. You're all walking together.
Sure.
I see no reason why not.
Yep.
The disposition die has been rolled. You walk over to a shop that in Spacer is Woke Fins. It rents out Wake Fins. They thought they was clever. And there is a pretty female attendant behind what looks like a Ford counter with a bunch of a bunch of boating gear behind her, and a couple of boats just parked within the trajectory of that crane's reach.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Uh.
Two things I'm after. I'm wondering if you can help me out, because I've been to a couple of the other places, but they don't seem up to it, One,
5 of
need a
you? Yeah,
boat.
I've got a boat for you.
Yeah. Need a boat that'll be able to take us out. Like, how far away is the pictures from? Like, is it?
Well, unfortunately for you guys, the pictures are all underwater.
Okay. Yeah, just need us a boat. for 5 of us, and also potentially a hookup if you can. One being, we got a message to meet up with someone, but they said they would meet us at like one of the restaurants nearby, but we've been there and they're not there. And apparently they're still out on a boat trip.
Oh yeah,
So,
who?
the nickname they use is Kerry, right? Or no?
Corey.
Corey, that's it. Yeah, Corey.
Yeah, Corey, Kosani woman. About this tall. He has a beautiful name.
Yeah, imagine. How do you think I feel sometimes try and say it? But no,
Yeah,
we're actually meeting up
she
at
laughs in
the
agreement.
restaurant. But they weren't there, and I don't know if you could let us know if they've come back yet, or if we're just like too early.
Oh, she hasn't come in yet.
Oh, okay, that's good. You won't know like when they were coming back, would you? Because we got told to like come for like this time soon, but I don't know
I
if we're just
don't.
too early.
This is longer than she usually is out, though. I've been getting
Really?
worried.
You think they might be in trouble?
I
To
hope
mean-
not. She knows how to take care of herself, but you know.
Yeah, but she's not been really going with Perry anymore, and that's the part that scares me, you know?
I know, and they were such good friends.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why we're here to, help out in Perry's stead, but I'm just getting
Yeah,
worried,
what happened with him?
I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out, because obviously we don't want to, hook into their business without, like...
Well, I'll tell you. Last time I saw them together, they came to the boatyard. They were standing right over there, and Perry just stopped. And I saw them arguing. It's like he just wanted to, go back and watch the game or watch fishing. And if you know anything about Ka, fishing is not something you watch on TV.
No.
I couldn't hear what they were saying, but Perry left and Corey came over. It was the only time I've ever seen her in a bad mood.
Yeah, that is a shame. Has Perry been out since?
Not that I have seen.
Oh, that sucks. I mean, the dynamic duo has been disrupted. That's just not good for anyone, really. But yeah, I mean, do you know where they were going?
No. Whenever they go out, and whenever Corey goes out, it is just out onto the water. It's like, it's their ancestral calling, you know.
Yeah, destined to be somewhere else. I get it.
Poor things can't go out on the water on their own planet.
Yeah, some people get the calling for the sky, some people get the calling for the water. Just how it
The
is, I
water's
guess.
much more beautiful, yeah?
I mean, you want to see some of the stuff I've seen.
Oh, yeah?
Blow your mind on other things as well.
Thanks.
But yeah, yeah, we're hoping to be meeting up with Corey, but I guess we're shit out of luck then.
I tell her
Unless
you
you can,
can
like,
buy when
point-
she comes back.
Knuckles kind of like opens up his compad for a sec. 1 sec. The pictures we've got, I'm trying to look for before they pan to like the skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything, I'll say, identifying, like landmark wise?
No. There isn't. I mean, any shot of the sky, the most unique feature is where the sun is and the clouds in the sky. You know the clouds have moved, and the sun is going to be at a different place depending on where the shot was taken. Um,
Yeah, I was just thinking if there's like a certain coral reef nearby or certain like I don't know whatever. But okay, that's fine.
no, that's fair because the coral reefs could be recognized. It's a very long shot. She would have to roll a 12 on 2d6. But I'll give the dice that chance.
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, the surrounding seabed is not distinct enough, perhaps in Marcus's opinion, that someone who hadn't been there would recognize. This is literally a hidden ruins.
Well, I appreciate the help. I think. Well, I guess if they're not back yet, I don't know if I need the boat then. So I know we're gonna go out on a boat trip with them, but if they're not back, then
I'll put 2 on reserve for you. You don't want to put 5 people in one boat, but I put 2 good boats on reserve for you.
I appreciate it. Wait,
What?
I've got a question. What happens if a boat goes missing? What do you do?
Well, we have trackers on them, obviously. Just
That's
go out
the
and get
exact
it.
answer I wanted.
Yeah,
Because
there's no fear of getting too lost out there. There's a button to press, as long as you can press the button.
so they would have to signify they're in danger in order for you to get the ping. But if they got if something went wrong, they were capsized, maybe they were caught up in something and they didn't push the button, you would just never know.
No, if it was anybody other than Corey, I might send someone out in a day or two. But Corey knows what she's doing.
Did they go on their own though?
Well, yeah, she did.
Don't you think that's a little bit? I mean, we love it a bit, but the fact the dynamic duo's been split up, you know,
She
maybe
was
the pressure's.
always the stronger diver. She'll be fine.
Look, we're just worried because we were meant to come and meet them, you know, like technically yesterday, but we turned up today, and the fact they're not back yet, it's just, you know, making us a little bit scared, is all. Especially with you being worried, that's making me more worried.
No, if it was anybody other than Corey, I would be worried. There's no worry for Corey. I'm worried about Corey and Perry, but not about Corey. Should be fine. You know how Kosani do time. They don't. She's
Yeah.
probably found a reef or a school of fish that she's simply trailing behind, and we'll come back when she comes back.
Yeah, that's my problem. We're technically meant to meet yesterday, and you're saying they're gonna lose track of time. Doesn't really, you know, fill me with
She
confidence.
laughs. It is okay. Find something to eat and you'll meet with her when she come back.
There's only so much fish or eel you can eat before, you know.
Ah. You get used to it.
You do? I'll take your word for it.
And if you need a change, a little bit of variety, try those saltines they have at the nicer hotels. Spend a night up the pillar. There's these little dry crackers with salt on them.
Well, I guess I'll just take your word for it that eventually, you know what, in maybe 2 days, 10 days, 100 days, Corey might eventually come. You know, once they finish chasing those fish.
I tell you what, if she is gone for 2 weeks, I'll send a patrol out for her.
Okay, whatever you say. Turn back to the rest of us. Well, I guess we just make ourselves comfortable while we wait for Corey to get back in touch then. You wouldn't happen to have Corey's number, would you? Like, the number for their boat? Like, surely there's a way to contact the boat, right?
Oh, no. There's no calm grid out on the ocean.
Really? So if another boat were to spot another boat, they wouldn't have any way of contacting one another?
Oh, yes, direct radio.
Right. And you must have a radio to the boat, right?
If I knew where she was, yes. I could ask Tara to contact her. The radio, you see, it must be pointed at the boat. And to point it at the boat, I have to know where the boat is.
Marcus just shrugs.
And Orlings is crumpling into a little ball over there.
Honestly, that's almost right.
Woohoo! I got an almost!
Yeah, well, I guess we'll just await word. I
I
appreciate
think
your
we've
time,
exhausted this path.
though. You take care now, Zara.
And you too.
So, we'll head out to the shop. Well,
If
that was...
this lead isn't going
You're breaking up
by
a
a
lot.
mission timer. Oh, sorry. Whatever the mission timer was on the other lead, it might be weaker, but they have to end it at some point.
Do you mean the people you saw outside the Carp Hotel?
Yeah. The last time the person we were looking for was seen was at the Carp Hotel like 3 hours ago.
Mhm.
So, may run into him leaving.
Okay. It sounds like a suggestion of where to proceed next. Are there any objections to that?
Nope.
All right. You head on back to the hotel, and you find that your strange lookouts have moved, but are still there. They've taken up a different seat. The one that's obviously human, well, obviously to Izya, has gotten something to eat and gone to uh, in appearance, look out over the sky. Can't exactly look out over the sea from here, but they're still there.
How long have we been gone? Like half an hour, an hour?
Um, For that, I would say probably about a little bit over 30 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
The boat rentals are real close to the hotel, um, and Archibald did good, quick work in searching down and sorting out leads for Corey, and then he had a conversation with Zara. So, uh, you're approaching the hotel. You see the one that Izya identified. Yep, that's an android. You see one that's Izya that well, yeah, Izzy can say it was human, but the one that Archibald cited out. Are you going to go into the hotel?
Uh, sure. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take a quick pause here and check if everyone's all right. This has been a particularly quiet session.
And I'm just chill.
Yeah, yeah. Let me take a quick little couple minutes here.
Oh, I'm muted. That's part of the issue.
Oh, okay. That's certainly
Hard. No, I haven't really been saying anything either though, so that's not.
okay.
Um, I was gonna say they're going into the hotel. Like, is there a keep an eye out? Like, do they have a attention focus? Because like I said, it sounded to me like their lookouts on like an active, like you said, like an active operation. Like they're doing something in the hotel.
Mm-hmm. Um,
I don't know if that's like again. It's like I'm still sitting there, kind of wondering, like, are they torturing someone actively? Are they torturing them in the hotel actively, like right now, or?
well, you don't know that. What you do, your characters and their competence would recall is that uh, they certainly were paying attention to who went in and out. They will see you going back in again.
Yeah. Okay, but not like. Okay. They're not doing a. They're not currently doing a heist. Maybe they're planning a heist.
They could certainly be casing the joint,
Okay.
or at least be on the lookout for others that are casing the joint.
Well, may as well go back in and pretend we don't see him, right?
Okay, you can certainly do that. You head back on in and you head back in and Jared gives you a smile and a wave.
Wave back.
You're in the hotel. What are you going to do here?
Go to the room,
Alright.
drop some stuff off, and then snoop around.
Okay.
See what amenities there are.
Alright. And is amenities a code word for trying to find other people that might be doing something in the hotel?
Exactly.
Alright. Well, what skills do you want to employ toward that end? It is a large hotel with many of these very small rooms.
See, I was going to literally go to the amenities first, see if anyone was doing anything, but then also just try and see if there is a hotspot of this, but then also, if I can't find anything, go to Jared.
Okay. Well, as far as amenities go, there isn't much. There is a washroom, basically an old style coin op, but not actual coins. Um, Credit operated laundry machines. Um, and there is a central kitchen and seating area, a central place to eat, and then there is the front desk. That's about the extent of the amenities at this hotel. Um, and sorry, go ahead.
So you're saying we get what we pay for?
You're getting what you paid for. Yeah. In looking around, let's see. So let me help with this seems like too open of a field right now. Let's help with some options. You could obviously you could just kind of go split up and search around for any signs of unusual activity. Um, there's also Jared, as Ben mentioned. You may be able to bribe or convince him to give you more information. Um, or if you have, I don't think. Oh, you don't have anybody that has program anymore. Um,
Acid, but I don't like Acid is with us.
they're not. Nope. Well, you do have people that have sneak, and this appears to be um a manual entry, like pen and paper place, with data and computer backup. So you could always get Jared away from his guest book, or get into his office. Well, not his office, but the management office. So, which of those would you like to do? Got walk around, convince Jared, or distract Jared and get into his stuff.
So Jared being he's the owner of the Carp Hotel, or at least the person running the place.
Yeah, he's the current attendant. He really is just a desk attendant. He doesn't own it.
Okay. Well, we'd be asking him. So, was Perry also out on a different boat, or is Perry somewhere
No,
here?
Perry's not been on a boat.
Right.
Okay. Was Perry at the boat rental? I'm a little.
That's alright. It doesn't
Or
help
was
that their
out in the
names are
boat.
so similar.
Yeah, Perry, Jared, Corey. They all got R's in the middle.
So Corey has been going in and out on boats. Um, Perry was joining Corey on those excursions until um, a few weeks ago, when Zara saw Perry and Corey seem to have an argument, and Perry walked away, and Corey came and rented a boat. Corey has since then been going in and out, and Zara, or actually, no, you used a bounty hunter. None of the people at the boat place had seen Perry uh, as far as renting boats is concerned since then.
Okay. So Perry is effectively still missing.
Well,
And then Corey is out in a boat.
Not missing,
which...
just not on a boat.
yeah, Perry was seen here at this hotel 3 hours ago, 3.5 hours ago.
Okay, I do remember that now. So I guess we could see. Do they have security cameras and everything here, or no?
Um, they appear to have security cameras.
Like all hotels, they'll be
Sure.
10 years old and not working.
Nah. I mean, why? That probably is why they have the other people have, rather than just breaking into the camera room. You know, they're just like, okay, yeah, we know the cameras don't work. So we know Perry's entered here, but we don't know Perry's left. I know that was a mention of, oh, well, maybe that was the back door. We didn't actually bribe Jared yet, right? Dale was just talking down the room prices.
Yeah, no, we were just getting along.
I'm
No, you-
fine
you-
with bribery.
You did slip him 5 credits to talk about Corey and Perry before talking him out of 3 credits and then giving him 3 extra credits.
Gotcha.
See, he discounted the rooms, but we gave him the money.
Ah, okay. So, yeah, that's not sketchy. Anyways.
What do you mean? Instead of the corporation getting them 3 credits, he got the 3 credits.
I know it's a corporation. Maybe it's owned by a local family.
You're telling me the hotel closest to the shore would be family owned?
Maybe. Maybe cost different.
Oh, that copium. That's some good copium.
Uh,
But no, yeah.
There you go.
oh, eating lunch. Okay. So we could either bribe Jared for maybe access to their records and cameras, or we just distract and sneak in. I'm cool with either way. Does anyone have a preference?
No preference.
And look, we can just expense the bribe, right?
Wait for whatever. That'd be better.
Uh,
What's an appropriate bribe here? 20 credits?
yeah, probably. Do you really need to expense that?
No.
Okay, so you want to bribe Jared
Grease the
for
wheels.
mm-hmm.
Basically, access to the records and cameras.
Okay.
Yeah, we won't leave a mark.
Sounds good. Why don't one of you go ahead and make a trade or talk with charisma check?
Boy, that sounds
can
like an
do
Oogie
either.
thing.
I don't think Oogie would be opposed to bribing someone.
But if
Let's-
someone else that's actually here wants to roll, that would also be fine.
Nah, let's get Woogie involved.
Well, that'll be a trade, right? Or a talk, I guess it's
Yeah.
the same difference. It's got 3d6 on trade, though. I don't know if this is actually a 3d6 situation, though.
It
Well,
doesn't matter.
It would be a 9 without it.
Yeah. Yeah. Jared is happy to go outside and smoke a little cigar.
Alright, was that 20 credits is good with?
20 credits is good with.
Alright. Thanks, Jared. You're the best. And now, without a techie, let's see if we can use the cameras.
Well, now Marcus was, or not Marcus, Ben was right about the cameras.
They don't work.
They don't work. No.
That figures.
But in getting into Jared's records, you do find that As the attendant, he's supposed to, he and anybody else that's an attendant here, they are basically serving as the security cameras for this entrance here. So they go ahead and log the comings and goings. And about an hour ago, about a little bit over an hour ago, um, a handful of people came in looking for Perry. This was just 3 people, and they they well, I guess you wouldn't know how much they paid. Um, but he did note that some people came in looking for Perry. He also noted that you guys came in looking for Corey and Perry. Um, and has a rough description of your group. Made it a little bit easier, apparently, by you wearing a matching matching color
Uniform.
scheme. um, and sorry, my brain just froze for a moment there. Um, yeah. Anyways, you've got some vague descriptions of the people that came in looking for Perry. They were looking only for Perry. Going back a little bit further in those records, Perry has been in and out on a daily basis. You're corroborating the information down at the boatyard, in that Perry has not done anything since that argument that he had with Corey a few weeks ago. Um, is there? Oh, I guess one other useful piece of information is you also find out where Perry's room is. That's the thing that I was looking for. Is what useful information do you get out of this? Perry's room number.
Well, that's a good, useful information that we can apply immediately, can't we?
It is. It is. Are you guys going straight to that room?
Yeah, let's give it a look. See.
Yeah. Hey,
All
did we
right.
find a master key to borrow?
Yes, you can.
Ah,
Yeah, run of Jared's managers, the manager's office there.
very poorly run place.
No. Okay. You find your way around to the room that Perry and Ori were sharing. Um, you're on the second floor and about to turn the corner when you hear sounds of struggle and a raised voice cut short by a meaty thunk. Let's go ahead and take our break here.
Hmm.
We'll come on back at about 1:10. Let me bring us back to frame. All right. Before the break, we our crew of 5 in matching black and purple outfits were proceeding probably quickly, in a little bit of a rush, to the room that they learned Perry is staying at. Perry and Corey, but Corey's not here right now. As they're approaching a T intersection, they hear down one hallway signs of a struggle, some muffled conversation, and a meaty thud.
This would probably be a good time to put together my new rifle.
How long did we say you'd gotten that down to?
I don't recall that we had a specific time. I thought it was about a minute to put it together, though.
I thought so. Yeah, I'd say you've practiced
I don't think
enough
that was-
to get it down to a minute.
Sure.
Is
I
that
was just like, I just kind of waved the other. You guys can hurry on if you want. I'm gonna finish putting this together because I'm not doing another fight without it.
okay? We can say that this is something that Archibald, as soon as you guys learn the room number, do you think he'd start putting it together then, or
No, probably only once I hear actual conflict.
Okay, gotcha.
But I'm sure the guys can keep them talking for a minute if they go around the corner. And if not, we'll cross that bridge.
All right. Then give me a second here. Ah. Oh, right, you can't see what's in their bubbles. I can. That's helpful. I was having trouble distinguishing who's what, since my simple solution was to just take their names off.
Shot yourself in the foot, didn't you?
I did. But I like bullets, so it's okay.
Yeah. As long as you're happy with it.
What I'm not happy with is that Roll20 makes me hit enter after I've entered something. Let me just click on the next token, damn it.
Oh, yeah. Been there. Now you gotta go back and retype it.
Yep. Alright. I'm gonna move you guys real quick here.
This grid has even less grid than the last grid this grid. Wait. Yeah, what I said didn't make sense. Oh, is that a Spectre Star icon?
What? No.
What? No. We never.
So this place... Oh, what? This place does not have wide hallways. You know, go figure. It has doors on every single one of these walls. Both sides. Those are the rooms. You know, people aren't paying to stay here in luxury. That kind of thing.
We do get what we pay for here.
Do you get
Wow.
what you pay for?
Those are small rooms.
Those are very small rooms. They
Yeah,
are
I guess
basically
we
like
already
this.
knew that.
Yeah. And it's basically a 3x10 rectangle.
That's like the Actually, no, I mean that's roomier than the sleeping sleeping pods in Japan. I mean, by some people's standards, that's absolutely roomy.
Yeah, fair enough. This is the height of luxury. And what you see is they look like they're normal people. I'm gonna decide, or let you guys decide who's rounding that corner first. They look like normal people. Um, they look about as natural here as the agents outside did. Except these guys also happen to have someone who matches the description of Perry uh, in between them and rubbing painfully at the back of his head. Looks like he is following this one, the one in front there. Make one more line so that you can see how tightly constricted you are in here. There you go. So, who's turning around that corner first?
Anyone but Archibald.
Just go ahead and put Archibald.
Amaya's the only frontliner I think we have right now, so.
Boogie's
Marcus
also
as
a
well.
frontliner, and Marcus is really kind of he's a switch hitter.
I can go wherever needed. Yeah, Marcus will be up front.
In front of Amaya or behind?
I'm not crazy. Come on now. I've not taken my drugs yet.
Alright. And by executive decision, I'm going to put Oogie right there. So that Izzy can be either dead middle or near the back.
Okay, I'll take all the way in the back.
Yeah.
I can't do a whole hell of a lot in most fights yet anyway.
Alright. That's the scene that you see playing out around that corner, Amaya. The sage. Oh man, I gotta bring these guys up front too. This agent up here looks over at you, and you see him mutter something into well, doesn't, you don't see into anything, but mutter something and starts walking towards you, smiling, while this guy over here starts gently guiding Perry away from you.
Guess we're going to walk towards him. I'm heading for Perry? Perry.
Okay.
Obviously, you know, the not dropping paying attention to what's happening, but you know, I've got a goal here.
Okay. Well, this gentleman is telling you it's a nice day outside, and maybe you should go take advantage of the weather. What's Amaya doing?
Maya's continuing that walk and saying, "It is, but I've got people I need to talk to around here."
Is it possible for me to open telepathic contact with Amaya?
I think it's reasonable you could have gotten it off before she moved around the corner.
Okay, I would like to do that and activate transmit thought so I can see what's going on around the corner.
Does transmit thought let you see that?
Thoughts and images. Two-way communication.
So long as I guess Amaya
Yeah, it's
pass along the image.
it's not share senses in that sense. It's Amaya can actively transmit. Hey, this is the
That's okay.
the layout.
I'll take knowing that there are two guys before they can see us. It's not actually important to see the hallway.
Okay, fair enough. As long as we have that that kind of shared visual of it.
Yep. As a result, I will shush the others and send to Amaya, it might be better to follow them.
That they're going in different directions.
They haven't seen the rest of us.
You've lost me.
Well, then you should carry on with the scene. Well, lost.
Do you
We can't
guys
just
want
stop.
to have a quick conversation here?
We don't have time. There's a real-time conversation going on with the guy in front of Amaya.
I have said the thing that I'm saying to the guy.
Okay.
If he,
1 second.
Acknowledging Amaya's existence.
Yeah. Izzy, I don't know what you're trying to get at. So
Okay, so let me back up here. Do you want to have an out of character minute to clarify the intent of that conversation?
No, because that doesn't make any narrative sense. I need to have it real time because that's how telepathy works. Which means I can't just tell Amaya everything I think Amaya ought to know. Well, the guy's in front of her.
Well, this is
Doesn't make any sense.
a GM style thing. I'm perfectly happy with letting the players back out of the immediate in-character scene and talk between each other. If you don't want to, I'm fine with that. I just want to
I think
present.
the only clarifying statement that I'm trying to make is that one of them is walking towards me while one of them is walking away with Perry. I am trying to get to Perry.
Yeah, Max is just following along to Perry as well, just ignoring the dude in front of them.
Okay.
Yeah. If the dude in front of me doesn't do anything and he just continues going down the hallway, then we pass by each other on the hallway.
Okay. All right. And as a GM, I think I have a better understanding of everyone is doing here. So that was still helpful. He does not just pass by Amaya. He pulls out a laser rifle and points it at her.
I think
Not
there's
laser
too many of
rifle.
them for us.
Sorry, laser pistol.
I get where Izzy's coming from, but I think there's too many of them for us to actually like sneak behind, anyways, because they've got eyes all over the place.
Yeah, there are two of us in the hallway. How far away are we at this point? I know that we haven't been moving on the map, but
I think I've put you guys at about the distance that he would have pulled out his laser pistol. So I'm going to call these squares 1 meter each. I should probably actually adjust that on the grid. Grid cell distance is 1 meter. So you guys
We're
are
pretty tight. Pretty tight quarters.
very tight quarters, yeah.
I think that's tight enough where you'd have disadvantage on a shot if he tried to shoot.
But then I would have disadvantage on the shot.
I
think-
sorry, I'm not saying that he's 1 meter away from you.
Okay, he's 3 meters away, which is okay.
Yeah, he's about 2.5 meters. The squares are 1 meter. So no, he's got freedom of movement for his shot. He's not penalized at this point.
But we're also not actually straight up in combat. But we probably will be very soon.
I think we are now. I think
Does anyone have a way to talk through this? I'm pretty sure we just fight them now.
Yeah, no, there's not talking when they pull out a fucking rifle.
a gun has been pulled. Yeah.
So I think we just go straight into combat.
Okay. Before going straight into combat, he does wave the pistol and say, "Walk away."
Yeah, but we're not going to do that.
Does
But
Amaya?
at least buy enough time for me to finish my rifle.
Ooh, I get to use this.
I don't think you get to use your rifle. I'm sorry.
Plus, someone set out with a freaking mag pistol again. Or actually, I don't even know if I have my mag pistol on me. Let me see. I might have replaced it for the aquabeener.
Okay.
Aquabeam.
1 moment, please. Okay, good.
That's indeed what I did. Should have dropped the thermal knife instead, actually. Lord knows I'm not going to use that.
Alright. Is Amaya making any indication to slow or turn around?
Not slowing down, just
Okay.
waiting for shit.
A very short question of layout. There's no way that we could loop around to the other end of this hallway, can we?
You know what? You guys have wandered around enough that I'm perfectly happy letting you roll a notice wisdom check, or survive would also work here.
Honestly, I don't think it matters. I think it's just kind of delaying the inevitable.
Well,
Uh,
at the very least, I'll start thinking about that for if, because I'm assuming they're gonna run with Perry.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and roll it?
I'm still gonna make
Anyways.
the check for like basically what way I need to go to cut them off.
Looping
Okay.
around would involve leaving the building and going towards the back entrance, one of the back entrances that they're heading towards.
Okay, so the hallway isn't like the cyclical. It's just a hallway, and then there are more hallways going into rooms.
Right, the one that they're in is not going back into the hotel at all. And
Okay, that is enough for me to say no. I don't think I will, and I'm gonna throw a knife.
okay, you are both attacking at the same time. Go ahead and roll.
Okay, rolling this. Actually, I'm gonna charge something.
Yeah, we'll roll initiative after this.
Yeah. I'm also stuck on 5D.
Does a 11 hit Amaya?
No.
Does a 13 hit your creature? Your person? About her.
My uniform is the hologram of my armor. So
A 13 does hit them.
we'll throw that and follow through.
So, Amaya sees this guy pull the trigger, and there's a scorch of heat just off the side of her arm as she lifts it and throws it, and scores down the wall this way. The wall over here is actually burning, as if struck by a laser pistol or a laser beam. But there was no sound, no screech, and no light.
That's spooky. But it isn't something that registers until the after the knife is thrown.
And the laser pistol falls from his hand. He stumbles back, janks the knife out, and then realizes his folly and falls backwards. Everyone can roll initiative.
Their man pulls a knife. Your man pulls a gun. You send your man to the hospital. Or you send their man to the morgue. Except that it's backwards in this case. The one that
Need
pulled
to grab
the
my
gun and went
thing.
to the morgue. Oh right. Initiative. I remember how this works.
PC initiative.
We're not gonna roll. We're not gonna roll initiative for Oogie, right?
You can.
Just whatever I happen to roll this time, dial me back to a 7.
Okay.
Ten's got to be worth something for me putting my raffle together, right?
Oh, poor Bialkin.
Look, I'm just gonna, I'm just start walking down the street with it. It's like, am I being detained?
Uh, let's see. Let me sort the initiative here real quick.
I mean, honestly, the aqua bean's not bad on land. So
no,
it's still shotgun damage.
yeah, it functions just fine on land.
I guess that's what we'll have to use.
It's only been like 2 rounds trying to put that together.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll use it. I mean, like again, it's basically the aqua bean functions a lot like a shotgun. I like to imagine it's little flechettes.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
nasty business.
certainly will be. Yep. So yeah, as combat obviously starts up, Archibald is up first.
I'm just kind of pissed, and I set my half-assembled gun on the ground. But whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Single tap. So let's just move 10 meters. I'm trying. There's no penalty shooting past teammates, right?
No, there's not.
Okay. Well, they're within 10 meters of me then. So right over their shoulders.
Oof. Okay. On that one, he's coming out of the room as Archibald's moving up with a shotgun, and I imagine Archibald at least waits for a clear enough shot that he's not going to clip teammates or send spears past and into parry.
Yep.
And
He's good at what he does.
this guy does not have enough hit points to roll that high, or hit dice
That's
to roll
good.
that high.
And that was a mediocre roll on damage.
Shotguns are nasty.
So, yeah. Well, 34, you always have a decently high number. Anyways, that's it.
That's it, and that removes the guy that was going to go next, making it Amaya's turn again.
And now we can see the last one is a combat android. Guess the turn order. I know you turned off their names.
Damn it! Yeah, okay, so
Sorry,
I
it
should
was
have
right
changed their
there.
names.
I'm sorry, but it's right there staring at me. That's okay. I'm sure it's not going to get a chance to go. We've got if Oogie gets to go, then we get. Well, I guess Oogie might have trouble reaching him. But
At this point, I think I may as well just do this.
oh, okay. We hear.
Yeah,
Yeah, you hear something. You know that there's someone that there is another combatant over there in that room.
Yeah.
Amaya would have run right past him.
Okay. Amaya's got parry in between her and the agent. Totally not a combat android up there. How is she navigating this? Like, what is she doing? What are you trying to do with her?
I'm gonna try and use the spear, which is being assembled kind of mid-run, to just aim for something that's not parry. And I'll take whatever penalty I need to on that.
Okay. I have been letting you assemble the spear much quicker than the laser rifle.
It's a much simpler concealment. Yeah.
Yeah. It just needed to be made of a material that basically has those those special metals that can take different shapes and made softer somehow. So yeah, it's advanced material. It took pre-tech, or would have, if not for Amaya, etc., etc. There's ooh. Yeah, I don't. In my combats, you don't necessarily. You're not restricted necessarily from sharing a space. However, I do think that would be a hindrance, so I'm going to give the android cover for it.
Okay. I
Or
don't know what cover means.
the equivalent of cover. It's just a +2 bonus to his AC.
Okay, so do I -2 on my modifier here?
Nah.
Okay.
Although actually, that is the way it is in the book, and I should do that, but it feels so much Oh my goodness.
It's the same difference whether you give him +2 AC or you get -2 to
Does
his
a
attack roll.
27 hit?
A 27 does hit. Let me roll their hit points.
Yeah. Pretty gosh darn moot now, isn't it?
Now, bearing in mind that they have a minimum of 10, so it has 10 hit points. um, you want to describe how that looks here?
It is cute. There's just going to get the, I guess, overhand grip on the spear, kind of piercing down, and kind of at the same time telling Perry to run.
Okay. All right. Instead of sinking into flesh and bone and great spurts of blood, well, there's skin and there's some squishy musculature that's intended to represent the feel of a human, but then there's metal, and it scrapes much more screechingly than when her spear pierces bone. Amaya can tell that this is an android.
Yeah.
Marcus. Does Amaya communicate that there's another one in the room?
Yeah, she'll yell one more. Or on the left.
Okay.
But
Okay, Marcus will simply walk on her. Don't want to go underneath the token, but I'm underneath the token.
I'll move you.
Right, suppose unless you can put me on top.
Yep, that's what I'm trying to do there. There you go.
There you go. So I see. Oh, hey there. Deactivate. If no response, Marcus just chuckles to himself and then we'll proceed to batter it.
Yeah, there's no response. It is raising its laser pistol to Marcus's chest.
That's fine. I will now get in melee, so I'm in melee, so that doesn't work anymore for it.
Okay.
And then I will hit it.
All right. Roll it. That does not hit.
What's its AC? Is
Higher
it,
than that.
Okay, that's fine. That's basically the question. Okay, no problem. In which case, that's my turn.
I don't think Marcus has worked with combat androids enough for me to just throw a number at it. Yeah, I don't think any of you guys have.
No, that's fine. It's just as long as I knew it wasn't 15 or under.
Ah, yeah, no, it wasn't 15. Yeah.
And that is.
And actually, I was
turn.
wrong. They don't have a minimum of 10. Their first hit point roll is maximized, which still wouldn't have saved the other one. All right. Yeah. As Marcus goes to what is his TK weapon?
It's technically a heavy, two-handed or large advanced one, but it's basically just like putting his arm out and attempting to slap it.
Okay. All right. The android smacks Marcus's hand with the butt of his gun, and basically just knocks away that intended TK slap. Both of you encounter firmer resistance than expected in that exchange. And the android, well, Well, you can shoot at Marcus with a laser pistol. Or he can try and punch Marcus. Effectively, try and choke him out and grapple him. Is a 13 gonna hit?
Hit me?
Uh-huh.
No.
What is Marcus's AC?
17.
Right, so not even any shock damage.
No, no, no.
Alright. He's dead.
Deactivate now?
Um, I do think now is a fine time for a morale check.
Does the android need morale though?
They don't.
I
They
mean,
don't. Um, it is a good gauge of its assessment of the situation, however.
yeah, I guess that's true too.
Yeah, unless they are ordered to attack until death, then they still have self-preservation. It's still a person in there, just programmed, and it does it after trying to bring his fist around to Marcus and uh, finding no purchase. It hops a step back and drops its gun, arms up, looks questioningly at Marcus. I surrender.
Oh, okay, good choice. I thought I was about to melt you from the inside out.
That would be unpleasant.
You're telling me I'll have to watch it.
Oh, that's so woe be you.
So, what's your designation?
uh, designation? You mean name? I'm Andrew.
Andrew the android. Love it.
Not an android.
Oh, what are you?
I'm human, flesh and blood, like you.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm mistaken. We saw androids outside, so we thought you was one of them. I see an android and doesn't know he's an android. Oh, that's even better. Anyway, so what were you doing with Perry?
So, why don't you take Perry and I won't tell the guys downstairs that anything has gone wrong.
How many of them are downstairs waiting for you?
What did you say?
How many of them downstairs are waiting for you?
Let's work on this deal one step at a time. We're no longer in combat situation. All of you
Yeah.
can join into this.
I'm just gonna like, hey, Amaya, he wants to negotiate. Do you want to do the
Yeah, I'm down.
negotiations or do you want me?
You're better suited to it. I'm making sure our man Perry's okay.
So, just a quick point here.
Also, we need to make there are others around the building.
Yeah, and he's actually about to comment on that. Just a quick point here. If I am an android, I send an instant signal. Can
Oh,
send an
yeah, I
instant
know.
signal.
You could just do it as normal human with cyberware.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I'm currently debating between.
I'm gonna finish putting together my rifle.
The first guy said something into his somewhere, so that guy could have also told people outside.
I'm currently debating between if you're better used to us now or not. Are you going to make that decision for me?
That depends on what you consider useful.
Information. So, you can tell me now how many people are downstairs,
See, that's my only leverage point here. What else do you want to know?
See, I counted 4 of them downstairs. If there's more, you can obviously tell how prepared we are. So, yeah. I don't think there's so much leverage there, just more just making sure we're on the safe wavelength for how to deal with this.
You caught us unprepared.
I mean, did we? You've got laser rifles.
Pistols.
You call that unprepared?
Pistols. Not rifles.
Oh,
Invisible
difference.
pistols. Well,
Invisibeam pistols.
yeah, Invisibeam pistols.
actually, now that they mention that, hey, Amaya, do you want to collect all these pistols? They might be useful.
I guess I should
Not a
really
gun
settle on
person.
my rifle.
Gonna call for
I mean, it's not that hard for us to make those, is it?
It is. The Spectre Star
They might be.
technology has a special proprietary silencer stuff that
Does not count. It basically doesn't count as a mod, kind of built in.
well, I guess I had thought of it as no, I think I did talk to Nox
I know you have
about silent stuff before.
Yeah, well, I know you had like the subtle mod.
Yeah. I guess
But
I was.
that's also a mod. That's also a mod, so it technically requires being maintained, right?
It does, yeah. And I guess I was considering it as, it's not a well-known blueprint because of all the illegal stuff, but that doesn't really make sense because it would still be something that that Raza would be able to, get their hands on. So yeah, you guys technically can make this. Spectre Star Technologies may have some advances in it. Sorry, Ben, what was that?
Might just be certain materials or components that are harder to get that they have access
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Anyways,
At this point, you can either let me know now if I should tell my friend to stop, pulling their toy out, because they've yet to use their special toy they've spent, I think, over a month building. And I know they're going to be very happy to finally use it. Obviously, we kind of spoiled the situation here, so if people are coming, please let me know so I can tell them to carry on.
Well, no call has been made yet.
Okay, good. That's good for you. So, do you want to explain to me why you were taking them? Or if you don't know that information as to the reasoning, where were you taking them?
One moment.
At this point, Marcus kind of like gesturing for the others just to like
Oh.
position down this hallway, essentially.
I don't know. The mission operations, mission parameters are only known by by the inspector.
And which one is the inspector? Are they dead here or downstairs?
Is that one behind you?
is it dead?
Oh, that's a shame. Max is going to begin feeling around their pockets.
So I guess I get to go home if you let me live.
Well, we'll see what pans out here. I mean, what happens to the rest of them downstairs then?
Glances over towards where
Well.
Perry was last at.
You walk out the back door.
Operation failed.
Target managed to escape.
Target escaped.
Interesting. Okay.
But it would
okay.
probably be much more convenient for us if. Well, no, I can't say that out loud.
Oh yeah, no. That,
Plus, I'm still putting together my rifle.
exactly. So,
You
Are we
don't
going
have to say it
explain?
out loud, so that I've done anything at all in the last several hours.
Oh yeah.
So, how are you going to explain to the higher ups how you failed here? What's the story?
Well, ambushed by an elite squad of
Oh, now you're just buttering me up.
Cox's head.
Carry on, carry on. I'm enjoying this.
Purple. I knew someone who uh, liked purple.
See, this might just be the good thing for you. Who likes purple?
Is it better that I know or don't know?
I don't know. I'm just curious.
I mean,
I mean, purple's a nice color, don't you think?
yeah. Do
You
people
think?
associate when people think purple? Do they think Raza? I mean, I know we do, but I assume that's the link you're hinting at. I don't know for sure though.
Do you know Portia Lynn?
Oh,
A portion of what?
Then
Portia.
just simply an elite squad of unknown origin. Mercenary.
No. Sorry. Was that a name? And if so, what was the connection?
Portia Lynn.
Wait. They were on the news, weren't they? They got, like, taken in.
Terrorist, yes.
Jesus. What? Purple's linked to them? Purple partial in?
Yeah, in conjunction with the skill of this ambush.
So is that a good thing for us or a bad thing for us? Like, should we change color from purple?
It's a good thing for you. It means that what's left of my team will stay out of your way.
Right. Just because of the color? Wow. I like the color purple. I was more of a blue
Well,
guy myself.
it's now does Marcus not know who Porcelain is, or
Yeah, were we briefed on that?
I think he does, yeah.
That
okay.
Max is just playing dumb right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to confirm that. Okay.
Hence
We're
why
good
Mac has said portion of what?
Right.
Well, you never know. That doesn't prove anything. Okay, we're good.
So, like, you got no idea where you were taking this, Perry, or why? Just to reaffirm.
No. The inspector had all of that information.
Alright. Also, can you just hold still for a second? I need to make sure you're okay. Max is just gonna put his backpack on the floor for a sec. Just hold still. Goes into his bag, pulls out the scanner. Do you mind?
Do I have a choice?
Oh, absolutely not, but you know, consent is everything.
I would rather you didn't.
But I'm curious. And curiosity, you know, a good thing to have, but it's
By the
better
way,
to know.
at this point, it would be very reasonable if you wanted Marcus to roll a check based on Andrew's behavior. Androids are not perfect mimics of humans.
That's what the bioscanner's here for. He's just gonna
I figured.
reaffirm.
Most androids aren't perfect mimics of humans.
Right. Well, Andrew obviously doesn't do anything to stop Marcus,
Already
and
shot quick to
turns out that yeah, it's an android.
So, do you want to know the results?
I don't think that's necessary.
So why'd you lie to me then?
Wouldn't you?
Well, at
Andrew
this
is no
point-
longer trying to affect human, natural human speech.
Yeah. See, at that point though, the foundation of trust we established is kind of rotted away, crumbled. I mean, I took you at face value. I thought you were a little bit off, everyone's a bit off. I thought it was just me, stressful moment, stressful situation.
He stares at Marcus unblinking.
So, how long do we have?
I have not called.
Why?
Why do you defend yourself?
No, I'm curious, are you... are you owned by the company? And if so, do you adhere to the company's best interests? Or are you that aware that you do it to your own best interests?
I
Okay,
want
we
to
have a-
continue to function.
That's good to know.
We did have suspicions that Spectre Star utilized sapient androids. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Max is going to turn around to the team. What do you want to do with this android? Leave him be? Or
Well,
do you want to ask him if he'll shut down for an hour or so? What's the situation?
I suppose the Raz. I mean, I guess technically the Raza probably would be interested in acquiring another an actual Spectre Star sapient android, right? If if we have that whole situation again, we've already got one from Perimeter. Got to catch them all.
That's going to be
But I'll
chapter
say
3
I
of
don't-
Darkstar.
Yeah, but you gotta catch all the sapient androids. But I don't know exactly how we would achieve that
Max is
I
going
mean,
to turn to it.
because we don't really have anywhere to keep them right now.
So if you're going on a mission that requires you to be stealthy, you'd have to turn off a tracker on yourself, because I presume you're implanted with a tracker, correct? Do you have the authorization to turn off your own tracker?
There's a pause as the android processes this turn in the conversation. There is no tracker as you think of it.
Alright, as I think of it, so then how do you think of it?
There is an internal comm.
Okay. And
I can disable it.
okay.
I think this is an opportunity to nab a Spectre Star android.
Well, don't say no. Would you volunteer to come with us? Because I mean, you like the color purple, don't you?
I do not like
And
the
we're such an
color
elite-
purple.
What do you mean? It looks so good on me.
We got some red suits too.
Yeah. Would red be better?
No, you don't want the red suit.
I do not wish to be disassembled.
No, they don't disassemble them. We got I mean, so long as you cooperate, you can become a useful member of the team.
Yeah. I mean, the other android we have, they're just a part of the team. Unless you don't want to be a part of our team.
I do not want to be a part of your team.
Why?
You are not my owner. Your team is not my owner.
Or would we become your owner?
I mean, you can always work around that.
Has Archibald come up to you know?
I mean, I imagine I finished my gun at some point.
Yeah, yeah. Anyone can be
conversation going on a while.
involved in this conversation.
Yeah, Marcus
Can you
did.
collect the invis-lasers as you come our way?
Yeah, sure, I can grab those. I don't think I have much. I'll certainly overweight myself because Archibald's always running fully loaded.
Marcus can carry as much as you need. He's
Yeah.
not really carrying much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Archibald's
can
always
collect them.
carrying
Don't
a
have to
lot.
worry about the
I
encumbrance
can
for.
collect them. Yes, yeah,
No, for a few
'cause
meters.
Encumbrance is really just like reduced movement speed and some other penalty, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. It's not
I just
something we need to
didn't-
worry about in the hallway.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, just play it off as Marcus.
So
can,
long
and
as
in the
I'm
end-
not expected to haul them.
Nah, Marcus will in the end. Yeah.
Oogie did put out the fire, by the way.
Ooh, good.
It was a
So good
fire.
idea.
Oh yeah.
Good work, Oogie. We remembered that fire. But I mean, yeah, I mean, so far as I understand it, there's what do you call him, a sapient android? Is that what you are? You have the whole sense of self. I imagine you don't like working for your owner necessarily.
I am not sapient.
Yeah, but that's what they would tell you to say. Unless, I don't know. That's exactly what a sapient android would say, isn't it?
I understand this is a paradox.
No.
No, that part's not a paradox. I mean, that's just preserving your own self-interest.
A conundrum.
Sure, we can call it a conundrum.
Imagine how I feel. So, how long have you been here? What are your mission parameters?
Like to normal, I guess normal androids probably still have self-preservation, right?
They do. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you don't want your property blowing itself up unless you tell it to.
That's one of the laws of robotics. I forget which one there. I think it's the third law. Do they follow the laws of robotics? They don't, do they?
They do not.
Yeah, they can actually harm. They can harm human beings.
Yes.
Really? No. But no,
Well, I mean, these ones
Oh.
couldn't.
they tried.
No, they can't harm these human beings.
Do you want to continue to roleplay this, or would you like to take it out of character and move?
I mean, if it's actually a sapient android, I feel like that would be something that the Raza would really want. If it's not, then it's just a thing to destroy. Right? I mean, that's messed
what-
up. But...
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
I
Marcus
think we
tried
could
to ascertain.
probably resolve that with a couple of checks. A check to negotiate information from it, and a check to try and determine if it is sapient.
All right. Did anyone bring the portable Turing test?
That is not something that Zoe ever completed.
Oh, that's right. That was actually something that Zoe wanted, though, wasn't it? That was a way to identify them, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Libra was being uncooperative because Zoe took out Libra's weapons.
Well, we at least have some ideas from the Raza, like, hey, here's maybe some ideas to identify this element, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe no perfect solution, but what would that be?
A lot of psychology.
Alicia, you do brain stuff.
I was gonna say, would a mix of me having an IST and being a medical man mixed with a actually no
Psychological agents.
well, I was gonna say the telepathist, but I don't know if he works on these.
Telepathy doesn't work on the sapient androids either, no.
Okay, I couldn't that either.
That
was
the
how
next
we
question.
identified them in the first place, or that they
Yeah.
were.
Well,
And by now I've had a chance to try it and find out, so we probably do know.
oh yeah, I guess you met Libra too, so you would know that.
Yep.
Mhm.
Who was it? And they confirmed.
Yeah. So this would be a an opportunity for a no skill check. I certainly would be willing to roll basic psychology stuff into Marcus's heal skill check. Sorry, heal or no skill check. Um,
Yeah. I was just thinking users I
I do have a question I want to answer to before we're done for the week, but it doesn't relate to the android.
okay. Does it relate to the scene?
Kind of, but you should finish up with the android.
Okay.
which case, yeah, I would like to try to ascertain if Marcus can figure out if this thing is sapient.
Yeah. It's going to be a very difficult check.
That's fine.
Go ahead and roll either heal or no with wisdom or intelligence.
Right, heal with wisdom 11. Lots of fours.
Your difficulty is 12. Is there anybody that can roll an assist to him?
Are there mechanical
think-
differences between a sentient and non-sentient android?
There are.
No, it's-
Very, very
Oh.
subtle and equally difficult to detect. But the sapient androids, their coding, like their actual code and electrical circuits, just they seem to evolve a little bit more naturally.
Would that be a thing that we can find out without taking it apart?
Yeah, if you've got, do you have? Does Amaya have her toolkit on her?
Yes.
Then yes, I think that that's reasonable that she could cobble together some, like just electrical and wiring and non-intrusive tools to try and
Yeah, I
make
mean-
that check. It is
Oh.
that gives
Dang.
Marcus the +1 that he needs. And I hope this isn't a terrible disappointment, but
That's fine,
Andrew
that's
is not sapient.
Okay, I think we scrap it then.
The killing was not done. The killing was only almost done.
Did you want to get more and try and negotiate more information from it in bad faith at this
Or
point if you're planning to
Have
destroy
it
it?
talk to the other Spectre Star people, presumably somewhere on the planet? You know, things like that.
I think it's just a liability to leave it
Why?
because it has information about us. We need.
Which has probably already been passed on to the other Spectre Star guys.
Right, but if it hasn't, there's very little reason to leave it.
Fine. Sure.
Like, yes, it may have already passed it on,
Nope,
but if
kill
it
it.
has,
Go ahead.
there's a chance.
We're murder hoboing this thing straight up. I got it. We're good.
It's not. There's a very
is.
good reason for it in this case. This is not murder hobo.
No, it really is, but go on.
We basically made sure it wasn't or sapient. That's the opposite. We took precautions that it's not a sapient person. Though we did kill the people that were absolutely sapient.
We're probably working from a slightly different definition here, but it really doesn't matter. Go on.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously. I mean, does anyone else have any other actual questions for it, or? I mean,
No, it's been sectioned off from knowing anything of import, so I think at this point it's just a liability.
It does offer to do a full shutdown, which does mean it can't start itself back up.
Can I
Um,
ask it to erase
But
the
how's it?
last X amount of minutes from its memory?
what was that?
Can I ask it to erase X
Ah.
amount of minutes from its memory?
Um,
Surely it would
For-
be useful if, for interrogation purposes, that they would have built it in. That's where Max is coming from.
yeah, no, that absolutely makes sense. It tells Marcus that it cannot.
Okay. So, we can't get it to forget the situation. We can get it to shut down. Can you please shut down for me? We appreciate the cooperation.
Spectre Star Technologies is looking for those ruins. Please don't dismantle me.
We need that much at this point.
Thank you. Do you want to tell us why?
This is a paradox. The pulling up notes here.
They're looking for.
Sorry, give me just one moment here. My notes are in a different spot for this part.
Are we? Here's just a general question for you. Are we able to detect any like signals that it sends or nah? I don't. We don't really have much in the way. I guess Amaya is kind of techy, but not in the computer science department.
Not programming. No.
Yeah.
No, I think you need to be like a true AI in order to see that.
It's something you could probably set up to detect just transmissions. You wouldn't be able to like intercept or
Yeah.
understand them, but it is something
Whether
that
they're gone out.
could be
I'm
set
just
up.
curious for our knowledge whether that's something that we would be able to detect whether it's happened or not, just
Mhm.
to establish trust here, because so far as Archibald's concerned, there's no way we can trust that this thing isn't already just communicating and getting us surrounded by the rest of the people.
Right. Um,
But everyone else seems willing to say that it's trustworthy.
so the reason that he says SST is looking for these ruins is that the ship identity reported is a shuttle that is safely docked and accounted for by Spectre Star Technology.
Like the ship.
It's not
Right.
aliens, it's time travel.
Yeah, yep, time travel confirmed.
Went back into the future.
Or beacon spoofing, but we won't know that for a while.
Now, that's the quote unquote the ruins in question is that ship.
Well, what you saw was brickwork. This is, I believe, a new piece of information for you that there's a ship transmitted at all. And he will go on to add some exposition that yes, in their initial contact to uh, uh, Spectre Star Technology, Perry sent ship identification found at the site of those ruins. A little bit of video of it, and Spectre Star Technologies ignored it because hey, yeah, we have the ship right here. This is a hoax.
And we do know that they talked to Spectre Star, that's in the briefing. So, conceivably, There's an opportunity here to leave the android alive to carry or deliver a message back to Spectrestar that we don't necessarily want to fight them to the death over these ruins on the water. You know, maybe we can work something out. Right? I'm not crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we might be able to negotiate with the people here, but not the corporation, I don't think.
Sure. Okay.
There are people outside. We could take this information outside.
Also, I guess this might be a good question too. How's Perry reacting to all this?
Oh, that was the question I wanted an
Oh.
answer to. Yeah.
Oh.
That was what I wanted to know.
Since people didn't
Yeah.
seem to be so
I
keen on blowing
I was going to approach it a slightly different way, but that
Okay.
was the essence of the question. Yeah.
up. Okay.
Specifically, I would like to have
Okay.
made telepathic contact with him before we spent 20 minutes interrogating this android. But you know,
Oh.
events got away from us.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
that's fair.
Okay. Let's do that. Izzy can open up a telepathic contact with him if he likes.
Yeah, very much so. Like, say, immediately after the shooting stopped would have been good, and basically, you know, totally in character and the kind of thing I do.
Okay.
But I'm content for it with nothing that requires a save for the moment. Once the android starts talking, I think probably Perry needs to make a mental save, because now I really want to actually straight up read his mind.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and let him do that. I believe he's got the same save as everyone else here. He fails.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, then I know exactly what he's thinking.
Once we're 20 minutes back in time, gonna go ahead and add on camera, and or not. Everyone's dead already. Sit tight.
I did see that.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, the conversation got away from me too, so I wasn't able to slide that in there.
Yep. Just kind of left it alone for a bit, but like for real, we did need to know.
Okay. So this is awareness of the target's surface cognition. Read current thoughts.
Yep.
Well, Perry's current thoughts at the time are immense gratitude for being relieved of a situation that was a metaphorical equivalent of having a paper bag put over his head and escorted out of a building. There's
Give him a black bag, but yes.
yeah, a black bag, yeah, a bag put over his head and escorted out
Yep.
of a building.
I've got the mental image.
He is fearful of what they wanted from him, and also stubborn in that he has this insistence in his head that he is not going to give it to them. It's less of an less stubborn and more petty. They rejected him and let him to feel and look like he's crazy, and so now he has turned his interests to what he thinks is a more amenable party, Raza.
Okay.
And it
That's fine.
seems like one other thing that Izzy is picking up in this is that Perry may have said Raza in the time that he was being interrogated, because that's a memory also. He was being interrogated here.
Yep.
Nox
Torture even.
Nox had it from the start.
Okay. These are all good things to know. I have questions for him, but those can and maybe should wait till next week. I still think it would be better, just sort of, you know, practically speaking, to negotiate, you know, something with Spectrestar here, rather than continue to have a shooting war.
I suppose we aren't strictly speaking at odds with the Megacorps, but we are.
You straight
Kind
up
of
shot
at
3 guys, but you could be like, okay, so we, you know,
Yeah.
that didn't
Well, the
go so good.
company-
We don't have to keep doing this, right?
Yeah. I mean, the company. Yeah,
Yeah.
we aren't in an all-out war with the Megacorps. We're just like the Megacorps are doing a lot of bad things.
I guess technically you knifed one, stabbed one, and shot one, but you get my point.
It's the actual this is
You're breaking up, Nox.
It's not people. Alright. This is a non-sentient android. It's not people, so it can't be.
Well, 2 of them were
Uh,
clearly.
I mean, they got to be worth
Well, no,
enough money that
those-
leaving one intact is worth something. Like, I get what y'all are saying, but
Yeah, as far
that being
as
said,
sorry, go ahead, Nox.
Amaya didn't have any like reason to, to murder the bot. The other 2 were self-defense.
right? No, yes, no argument there. We don't need to break this one. We could let it go, and it could talk to its boss, and we could, like maybe work together. Maybe they got some really cool undersea detection equipment we don't have. Who knows?
Maybe,
Yeah, I'm down with that.
but
But
I don't know. I'm leery of working hand in hand with any of the megacorps.
I mean, I hear you, but at the same time, right? Izzy used to make a lot of money that way, so he's not. A. All right. B. We're walking into a very complicated situation. We can either have guys who definitely want to shoot us, or, and this, as you will probably not be relaying out loud, but, or who we betray at the end when they don't see it coming, or who are planning to betray us, but we know that. You get the idea.
Yeah. My only
at the
thought
very least, we
is,
can definitely talk to the people outside because those are people.
Right.
I guess
Exactly.
presumably at this. Well, no, I guess okay. My thought was presumably if Spectre Star doesn't know we're involved, that's better. But then again, we are here in our uniforms now, so
Yeah, I think it might be a little late.
It's a little late.
honestly.
Yeah,
right.
You're right. It is that ship has sailed. So that is a very fair point.
Yeah. So just in the interest of not killing an android for no particularly good reason,
Yeah,
when we
no,
could
I'm-
use it to try to buy us some goodwill.
Yeah, well, I'm generally not a big fan of the whole killing in cold blood unless there's a good reason for it. But
Well, there you go.
I thought that was a good reason for it. But you're right. I think you're right. That ship has absolutely sailed.
Yeah, especially knowing what I know about him having told these guys that we were coming. About Perry having told them we were coming. To be clear.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Especially knowing that they knew we were coming, which is probably why they sent the extraction team, FYI. Just saying. Maybe we'd have to try to work something out. Or we can just fight Spectre Star for the next 3 sessions. I mean, that seems fun.
I did promise combat.
You did. Yeah. Combat has occurred. There'll probably be combat even if we try to make nice with Spectre Star.
No.
But we could backload it this way. And maybe try to have it in an area where it's advantageous to us, and Archibald can use his cool rifle.
Yeah. One of these days, I'm just gonna start walking around with it open. Scary.
Tell
You can't just
everybody it's
appeal to
your
the rifle. That's not fair.
mandate constitutional right.
I don't think that there's a Second Amendment right in this sector, is there?
Well, you can claim there is.
I can claim there is.
Nothing stops you.
I am going to repeat something I
Well,
said
the police
earlier
stopped me.
as a bit of a little narrative description that may have flown under the radar. Archibald would have picked up on this, so I'm reminding you, Meowkin. Archibald hasn't seen very many cops around. And by very many,
Sure.
I'm using vague language. Has not
We-
seen cops around in the areas you've been.
That
Well,
just
okay.
means they're undercover.
Well, no, okay, so now I have to play the, like, is you grew up here card. Do we even have police on Ka?
You have customs.
Because it sounded like a real serious, like Waterworld / Mad Max situation outside of the town, so maybe I misunderstood.
In these lower areas, Izzy remembers it being more.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure Tally's father has his own like private security retinue.
Yes.
But that's not what I'm asking.
Higher up on the Pillar City, up that very, very slight slant, you'll see cops. Here, you have not.
Well, I'm gonna start open carrying then.
I mean, that'll attract different sorts of attention,
Oh,
but that
yeah,
might be
you're
okay.
Yeah,
Oh look, that guy has a cool gun. Let's steal it. Type of attention.
You know what? I'd like to see them try.
I mean,
I'm
we
just
already
telling
look
you,
like Power Rangers. Who's going to
Right.
stop us?
there are some foreseeable consequences. Is the only point I'm making.
But there are foreseeable consequences that I'm willing to take.
Well, that's fine then.
Yeah.
Start carrying a rifle around everywhere. Nobody's going to give a shit once we're on the boat. I promise you that much.
Yep. That's what I'll do.
All right. So what is going to be the disposition of Andrew?
Andrew the android can be released into the custody of the other Spectre Star guys with the understanding that we don't want to shoot anybody else today, and they probably don't either.
Okay. So you escort him down to the other guys. Is that the plan?
I feel like it, more or less. Yeah, I mean, we're going to probably have to, like hide in the lobby to do it.
Okay. Are you?
If we have better plans involving like Archibald on the roof with his sniper rifle while we try this, this is good.
Okay.
If y'all want.
Well, it's not like I can't literally keep the entire party in contact. I have enough effort.
I mean, I suppose I might as well be. I'm not really there for the social confrontation anyway. So
let's see. I've got one effort invested in telepathic contact with the guy we saved. Right. I have how much total?
Well,
I have 5? Yeah, I can keep everybody in contact, except for one of us. And since I don't like Marcus, it's Marcus.
so that's all about the contact. Is basically just why you're maintaining that contact, then, right?
Right. Also,
Okay.
bear in
So
mind
it's easier
it
to
stretches a long goddamn way due to far
Yeah.
thought, which is the point I was making earlier.
Yeah. I might as well be on the roof. Why not?
You don't need radios.
I'll
I'm
get
the
some
radio.
fresh air. Yes. Okay. Well, I should have checked it sooner. It's like I wasn't certain whether that was just like because they have some powers that are
Roof, window,
see-
somewhere. Yeah.
Whatever seems feasible for covering fire. I could always let me see. I think I've got rope, right? I could always rappel down in a pinch.
okay. All right. So let me start taking some notes here. We're gonna have Arch in a sniper nest, at a window on the roof, or at a window or on the roof.
Whichever's more
Sniper
reasonable.
position. I'll just put it that way. What is who is going to be in the hostage delivery role?
It can be either Izzy or Oogie, depending on how we want to look at this, right? Oogie can definitely talk faster than Izzy, but not by a whole hell of a lot.
Okay.
But Oogie is better in a fight.
Oh, much, yeah, which is very important to guys standing in front of them talking to them
Yes.
at the moment.
And delivering said hostage.
Right.
Do we perhaps want to put off the full planning of this until next week when we have Oogie?
It seems like maybe we better.
Okay, so let me get some more basics down. I do want to know what it is that you're doing. So, you're going to have Arch in a sniper position. You're going to deliver Andrew to the SST outside.
Right. Or at
Sounds
least we're going to try, involving
Sounds
some
like-
yelling at them.
Basically, we want to turn this into striking a deal with Spectre Star, right?
Right. And we want to try to strike that deal from a position of strength inside the hotel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big picture, that's where we're at. If they really want to fight us, they can.
But we're obviously that's what
Currently, the score is 3-0.
Playing
That's all I'm saying.
So,
yeah. No, I'm confident we could take them if they decided to take it to a fight.
is Arch's sniper position going to be in a different building, looking into as much of the lobby of Carp Hotel as possible? I'm imagining
that's a
he.
realistic option. It seems
It
right.
would make more sense. That
Okay.
is something that would make more sense.
Okay,
but
on
I
opposing.
guess I'd have to sneak over there. Yeah, because that would be a better advantage on a fight occurring in the building, right?
Right,
'Cause
right.
Really, a fight occurring inside the building, being on the roof of said building, is not useful. That is actually why I was thinking about the rope to rappel. But
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, if I can get to another building, that'd be great.
even nearby buildings won't get you much sight into, but will get you easier and better angles.
Well, this is covering the door.
Covering the door, exactly. Okay.
Because I'm confident that my people can handle anyone that's already inside. It's just whether there's reinforcements coming from outside, kind of deal.
What are you doing with Perry?
I think he's staying with Izya, and we're finding a place where we probably won't get shot.
Okay. So it sounds like Izya is then taking not the negotiator role. I think.
I mean, at least not directly. Remember, telepathic contact.
Well,
Yes.
I'm looking more for where people are physically right now, so I can.
Right. No, physically, Izya and Perry are in cover because I mean, really, where else am I going to be?
Okay.
I still can't melt people's brains.
So
No
then,
point in being in a fight.
does that leave Maya to hang out with Oogie or with Perry?
I mean, I'd assume Oogie, but it's up to Nox.
Or is Amaya doing something entirely different?
If it comes to combat, Amaya is useless if not in melee range.
Ah, that knife says otherwise.
That's very slightly out of melee range, but yeah.
Fair.
Close range.
But this
Yeah.
I will say, this is not a very roomy hotel. I can't imagine the
Yep.
lobby is much more open than.
I feel like this is an Oogie talks and Amaya holds the android hostage until they agree type of situation.
Yeah,
Does
it
that
was
seem
either
wrong?
Amaya's there or Amaya's with Perry in case they need a guard, but the staying back as a guard is definitely a worse plan than being up with Oogie.
Okay.
Keep in mind, realistically, it's not just the android that's being held hostage; it's all the agents.
But they
I'm
don't know that yet.
yeah, right.
They don't know that yet. I'm with you, but they don't know that.
Do you want to have not killed all of them?
I don't see how the one I shot's not dead.
No, the one you shot's dead. The one that
Conceivably, the guy who took the knife isn't dead.
The one that took the knife could very easily not be dead.
the one who took the knife will be dead unless you guys do anything about it. He took the knife out of a bleeding artery.
We have a medic.
This is pretty much up to Marcus.
And I don't mind retconning in that Marcus took care of that before engaging in social sparring with the android.
Basically, yeah. as
The other
soon as,
android
like,
is very, very dead.
Yeah, once the android stood down effectively, then Marcus would have stabilized.
Okay. Do you guys have las patches?
Of course I do.
All right. I'm going to roll a d4. Actually, I'm going to make it a d3 plus 1 for how many rounds have already passed for this guy. Where? There it is. Okay. So the difficulty with a las patch was heal 8, or difficulty 8.
Okay, one sec. Oh, I could have just done it as an on-turn action.
All right. Difficulty 7.
Yeah, just to show you, healer, I'm level 1.
Yeah, I'll strike off a round because he
Yeah.
could have done it as soon as he got there.
Nice one, nice patch.
Didn't need it.
Damn.
Could have done it without a last patch. Heck, could have done that without a med kit. Okay. All right.
So, if you are inclined to exposition dump,
Mhm.
not right now, all right, but say in text, Izya is, of course, going to try to get Perry's whole story while we are hiding from the shooting war that is maybe about to take place. But you don't need to tell us right now, unless you want to.
No, let me go ahead and take the week to prepare something that I can, perhaps as a, yeah, if I can keep myself away from the PS5, trickle in and give to Izya as the negotiation with the Spectre Star technology is going. I'll get myself some cut and paste that I can just dump in there.
Yeah, I think that might save us some time. If you can tell us what he can tell us, over the break, that'd be good.
No, I don't want to do it over the break. I want to do it in real time during the session. in bits and pieces.
Oh, I want to go get on a boat, but okay, I'll take what I can get.
Well, I'd still. The intent is you guys are going to go negotiate with Spectre Star Technology. That's not going to be just a quick roll.
No, I'm sure that's going to take a while, which is why I'm asking.
What I envision right now is that I will just prepare this exposition info dump into copy pastable snippets that I can drop into chat for you as that conversation is going on.
Yes,
And
I like this plan. This is a good plan. I endorse it fully.
excellent. All right. I have a little bit of homework to prepare for next week. Let me make sure that there are no other immediate concerns or interactions that anybody wants to have before I take us over into review.
I do have one other question,
Mhm.
but we may not get to find out the answer immediately. What in the world was the hotel clerk doing while all that was going down?
I mean,
Well,
there was one. I mean, the
yeah,
loudest thing was probably the aqua beaner, right?
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Archibald's shotgun.
No,
Yeah,
that
but
was the
it's
aqua
aqua
beaner.
beam.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
It's like a subsonic weapon, right? I can't imagine
It's
it's designed to be.
it's
I
it's not
yeah.
loud. It's not as loud as a shotgun. It's not silent. But the hotel is
I'm not
big
saying it's
enough
silent.
that I decided in that moment that it just didn't
It's
resonate or register.
if a
Okay.
weapon.
I mean, it seems like the kind of hotel where if you hear something going down in the hallway, you stay in your room. But
Possibly.
Yeah, yeah. Other
But like, that was
residents.
the one. Yeah, it wasn't a mag pistol. Like I said, again, I suspected it's not like supersonic. So
other people are
there's no.
cowards. Mag pistol for life.
It would be heard, but it's not like a loud. It wasn't one. It wasn't a sequence of shots. It was a single shot
Right.
sound.
Literally one. No, I'm with you.
Two. Yeah. So it's like it's plausible deniability. It's like,
Right.
oh,
And
maybe
their
that was
lasers
something
were
else.
silenced. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right. Could be anything.
Yep. I mean, it was just someone dropping their.
I just felt we should
suitcase
establish that one way or the other before we were
Yeah.
done.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take us into review.